So, Seth Rogen loves himself some woke Hollywood because he's tried to say that comedians that complain about cancel culture, well, they should just accept it and get kicked to the curb. Seriously, Seth Rogen, you're not funny, and continue to prove your trash. Hey, what is going on, everybody? How are you all doing today? I hope you all are having a wonderful and fantastic day today, and if not, hopefully you all will have a better tomorrow. Oh, Seth Rogen. This is an actor that personally I have not liked ever. Like, his acting is very bland, in my opinion, and very one-dimensional. Like, I don't think that the guy can really hold the movie on his own. Personal opinion. Now, of course, he's had some good movies, though. I'll give him that. But personally, I don't like him myself. But of course, he's come out because he's going to defend woke Hollywood. He's so high praise of just the terrible comedy that goes on that's produced nowadays. It's like whenever you see like films that are comedy in Hollywood now that come out, they're not funny. Like you don't see anything funny. It's bland and just terrible humor. It's just awful. And let's be real, offensive humor has always been humor. You don't like it, well then too bad. You know what I mean? Like that's the way I see it. Jokes are meant to be offensive and funny. But of course, Seth Rogen doesn't think that. Seth Rogen says comedians shouldn't complain about cancel culture, except jokes don't age well. Oh yeah, Seth, better question is, how clean do you lick those boots? Because I guarantee you're licking them so clean that the heels are falling off. Oh, God. Hollywood. Trash. Terrible, terrible place. Seth Rogen appeared on Good Morning Britain this week to promote his new book, Your Book, and he was asked to weigh in on his past movies containing controversial jokes. There are certain jokes that for sure have not aged well, but I think that's the nature of comedy, the comedian said. I think conceptually those movies are sound, and I think there's a reason they've lasted as far as people still watching and enjoying them today. Jokes are not things that necessarily are built to last. And you see, people wonder why celebrity culture is falling apart. Well, this is exactly why, because of shit like this. People are just tired of this, of celebrities telling people how they should live, what they should and shouldn't say. I mean, people are tired of this stuff, Back in the day, it was just entertainment, and that's all that people cared about. Like, oh, what's your upcoming movie or whatever. Nowadays, it's like, oh, so what, how can I tell you how to live? Because I'm going to do it, and I expect you to do it. Like, people are so tired of this. They really are. The question prompted Rogan to discuss the relationship between cancel culture and comedy, as many comedians, comedian is Seth Rogen, it's a joke calling him a comedian because he's not funny, have been forced to reckon with dated jokes that are no longer appropriate in the present day. Rogan said, to me, when I see comedians complaining about that kind of thing, I don't understand what they're complaining about. If you've made a joke that's aged terribly, accept it. And if you don't think it's aged terribly, then say that. To me, it's not worth complaining about to the degree I see other comedians complaining about, Rogan added. Well, yeah, thing is, that's because people are not going to be talking to you, because that's how much people care about Seth Rogen. Nobody talks about Seth Rogen because nobody cares. Like, all this guy's doing is trying to ensure that he keeps a good record with Hollywood so they can keep giving him director and producer deals. That's it. It's just to secure his own job. He's got to lick those boots clean, and that's what he's going to keep doing. It's absolutely pathetic. I mean, even from the movies that he had that were funny, those are the only ones that are going to live on in people's minds. And nobody's going to care about the new bland stuff because it's not funny or interesting in the slightest. Because new Hollywood humor, whenever they make comedic films, they're terrible. But on my Twitter, I've never made a joke that's outwardly horrific in some way. And if you have, I would question why you did that, Rogan concluded. Saying terrible things is bad, so if you said something terrible, then it's something you should confront in some way, shape, or form. I don't think that's cancel culture. That's you saying something terrible if that's what you've done. Oh, you think that's bad? Get ready because he doubles down on this. Yeah, that's right. If you thought, oh, he's done, right? No, he gives you more. And it's just so terrible. Because right here, Seth Rogen reminds people Louis C.K. wasn't canceled because of his jokes, as he says comedians should accept when jokes age badly. So he doubles down and he's just like, yeah, but you know what? This person over here, if they said a bad joke, all right, get him a box, let him go live in it, let him lose his job. So this article came out, and somebody actually, sent him a tweet here. But taking a look at this article real fast. The knocked up star said the comedians shouldn't complain about cancel culture in relation to their old work being reviewed under a 2021 lens, and thinks that comics need to accept their jokes aged badly. In other words, take responsibility, as I was saying. And then, of course, he goes on to actually talk about Louis C.K. After being criticized for this view, Seth slammed the suggestion that Louis C.K. was canceled, pointing out that he admitted to jerking it in front of 4 women and asking a fifth if he could do so. And so you see here what he actually benefits from. This is what Seth Rogen and many people that are like Seth Rogen benefit from. They benefit from talented people getting knocked down a peg. Basically, they're up the ladder, right, because they're doing so well. And then, what Seth does is he's one of those people that goes around, just, smacks the ladder, then they fall off, then he just takes the ladder and tries to climb up, because he's talentless. And so these talentless people, they try to take over where the talented, where they try to get them completely out of there. Just get them done, lose their job. That's what basically he tries to do here. So one person said, of course Seth Rogen benefits if guys like Louis C.K. or Chappelle get canceled. The talentless always benefit when the talented are purged. Exactly. I mean, that's a true tweet. I mean, this person couldn't have been more right with their tweet. Seth39 responded, I don't know you, but this is so effing stupid. Lewis was not canceled for telling jokes. He then referred that CK had admitted to misconduct. Okay, so what Louis CK did was he actually did this, but he also asked these women that were new in the industry if he could do it. He had consent. And of course, they were afraid because of how much power he had in the industry. But then, of course, later on, he got in trouble and admitted to it. And then, boom, they gave him the axe because of that. And now he's no longer going to be in Hollywood. Yeah, he did some wacky stuff. Okay, let's be real. He did. But I don't think that he cares about even having another deal with Hollywood ever again. Because, obviously he's banned. He's blacklisted. But still, I don't think he cares. I mean, he still continues to do stand-up comedy and whatnot on his own website and things. So, I don't think he cares. Of course, he also brought up, Dave Chappelle, talking about how Dave Chappelle, how he wasn't canceled. Yeah, they tried to cancel Dave Chappelle, in fact. If you remember the Sticks and Stones special, which I did talk about, they were trying to go after him because Dave Chappelle, he had made jokes about people on Twitter. Meanwhile, while Chappelle was criticized for jokes about Michael Jackson accusers, the METOO movement and the trans community in his 2019 special Sticks and Stones, he won a Grammy for Best Comedy Album for the show, has since released a further 3 specials on YouTube and Instagram, hosted Saturday Night Live, staged a series of socially distanced gigs in Ohio, and received the 22nd Mark Twain Prize for American Humor. I mean, Dave Chappelle, he did great, and I love what he said to where he didn't want to hear anything from anybody ever again, whenever he got his award. It was fantastic. Dave Chappelle's great, but they were trying to get rid of him. Seth Rogen's, over here oh, well, they never canceled him, but they tried. They really did. If you remember, they really tried. So, and if you look at the reviews back then, the reviews were on Rotten Tomatoes, which is Rotten Tomatoes, of course, you can't trust it, but the reviews were a 0% on the actual critics, where fans loved it. Goes to show you, who was actually really loving Dave Chappelle's comedy. But goes to show that the offensive humor is the stuff that people like, and Seth Rogen's trying to tell you how you should and shouldn't be able to talk, and, it just shows how irrelevant this guy is, how far he's willing to go to lick those boots for Hollywood so he can keep staying in gigs. Nobody is going to remember his newer shit because it's trash, because nobody cares, and like I said, this is exactly why celebrity culture is dying, because these idiots over here trying to tell people what they should and shouldn't be doing with their life rather than just trying to entertain people. Their job is to get up there and dance, right? That's their job. Instead, it's all political to them. And I mean, that's why, you look at people like Seth Rogen, and look, the things that he does now, it's not going to amount to anything within 5 years, not even 10. I mean, he's irrelevant. But anyways, let me know what you think about this entire situation down below. Subscribe to the channel if you are new here, and make sure you were still subscribed because YouTube is unsubscribing people from all their favorite channels. So make sure you were still subscribed to all your favorite channels. Hit the video with a like, and also be sure to share the video on social media. Spread the word and get it out there. It's greatly appreciated, and it really helps out the channel a lot. Also, be sure to follow me on both Discord and Minds. We have a wonderful community there. Not only that, but it will keep you up to date on when the newest videos will be released, as well as any other upcoming events in the near future. So be sure to follow me on both Discord and Minds. The links are in the description down below. But anyways, I hope you all have yourselves a wonderful and fantastic day today. And remember, if today was not a good day, tomorrow could always be better. Take care of yourselves and everyone around you. And have yourselves a good one out there, everybody.